don't know what to say about that game. It was a heck of a game. I'm not sure either team played great as far as a lot of missed layups and missed shots, and I guess we both missed some free throws. Again, I was not worried about the two guys who were missing. I was worried about all the guys on the bench that were in foul trouble, and we just put some lineups in there. I thought a couple guys were key. Costello played the best game of his life. Valentine gets 6 rebounds second half. I said him and Trice had to play well. Trice played pretty well, and Keith Appling, I know he missed the free throws, but he did a lot of good things, and we just got some ball out of different people. Russell Bird, he's playing a couple positions he's never played, and guarding people he's never guarded, and I guess I'm proud of our guys on the other side of it. I think Franny's done a hell of a job here, and like I learned against some teams when we played, there's steps, and they've been playing so well, and tonight they didn't play as well, and sometimes big games you get overhyped. I mean, we go get blown out by Carolina at home, but I think they got a heck of a basketball team. I didn't think they played their best. I didn't think we played our best, but I'm sure happy with the win, and I feel fortunate to get out of here with a win.
Talk about Russell's never hit a shot anywhere near like that in his career.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The probability of it.
Not very good. And nobody in Vegas taking that thing right now. But, I think a lot of you have asked me, my wife asked me, I've had people ask me, why do you keep hanging with him? Russell Bird has had a hell of a couple weeks. He's done a great job with Brandon Dawson, great job with Keith Appling. He's kind of kept this team focused, and it just, when he hit it, I said it's meant to be. In fact, I told him, you're going to get a shot. You're going to get a shot. This was earlier, though. And just a beautiful shot, nice pass, and you got to be happy for the kid. He's hung in there. He's gone through all the surgeries, and big game for him.
Tom, someone tells you before the game you're going to get 9 points out of Gary. Struggled tonight.
Well, they did. Give them credit. They did one hell of a job on Harris. I thought game plan on him. I thought they took him away, and then I didn't think we did a very good job, and I didn't even think Gary did a very good job. I think got frustrated, and but give them credit. They did a great job on him, and if you would have told me that he was going to score 9 and not shoot very well and we'd win, I'd have told you you're on dialect loose. So that's another important thing. One thing I will say, we asked Gary to make some passes. We put him in some ball screen things because we couldn't get him off screens. We asked Gary to rebound a little better. He gets 6 rebounds, 4 assists. So Gary still did some things for us, and he's still, our best player. It's just that they did a good job.
Tom, what about your defense? You held Iowa without a field goal for about a 15-minute stretch there, all the way until the end. What did you think of it so far?
Well, I thought it was, good. I'm not sure great. We fouled too much, I guess. But, we started switching things, and we just had so many, as I said, bizarre lineups in there. It almost worked to our advantage because we started switching everything because we didn't really have a 4-man. We didn't really have a 3-man sometimes. We had those 2 small guards, and they were posting us. That's where Costello did a great job. Our game plan was to try to put a lot of pressure on those passers at the elbow. I thought he did an incredible job because they had some guys open 6'9" against, Trice. But believe me, this is a very, very, very good Iowa team. And just like we've gone through, they did not play their best. I mean, they're a better team than they played tonight, and we take a little credit for it, but not a lot. It just what goes on in this long Big Ten season, and they'll be back raising havoc. I promise you.
You talk about this long Big Ten season, though, but you get to the end and you're on top. Is this one of those days that you look back shorthanded and finally Iowa?
Graham, I'm going to look back on this day if we're on top or on the bottom. I mean, it was just one of those days where you appreciate. I said the chemistry of this team has been good, and I was disappointed in a couple guys that didn't come. But when you have a win like this against a quality team, and the place was back, the Tom Davis days. I mean, I thought that place was hopping, and gold and black. It was impressive. They got it going here. Franny's got it going here, and they'll be. There's going to be a lot of tough games yet.
Tom, you are a guy that wants and calls for emotion from your players. There was Costello showed a little bit tonight. We haven't seen from him. Gavin, you had to be especially happy with the emotion tonight?
Well, I was. I didn't think, in the first half, at the end of the half, I just thought we had some guys in there, I got to get more out of Ghana. I just got to, there's some players I got to get a little bit more out of. But, and as good as Elvin played, the poor kid looked a little nervous. I think I'm hurting Kenny starting him because I think a little nervous, that's the way it is. But I did get some emotion out of some guys, and that is what's important to me.
What about your substitution pattern tonight?
There is no pattern. It's just kind of by necessity, by fouls, by, it's like eeny, meeny, miny, mo, yeah, put that guy in. I don't mean to make a joke of it, but I swear to God, there are times on the bench we're arguing with each other on who to put in because of the situation. And, and that one time when we had, I think for quite a few times, we had Keith and Trav, and we had Zell at the 4, and maybe Gary or Elvin in there. They were hurting us on the boards. Now we came back, to tie it, and that was a big difference too because, they hurt us. We turned it over early, but we didn't turn it over late. That was an important part of the game. Static.
What were you hedging on the last 4 seconds? Were you thinking they would try to tie it, or you think they would go for 3?
Yeah, no, I thought they were going to take it right to the hoop.
Yeah.
And I almost outsmarted myself. We wanted Bird to double the pass, and then he kind of got in Keith's way as he, because he's not as quick. And I give Gessel credit. I mean, he almost turned the corner on that thing. And so, I don't know if we did the right thing. I was going to foul if we were up 3. I've not done that, so that would have been some controversy for everybody. And but, poor Keith, after playing so hard and so long. But, Keith had some hip in his hop over in practice yesterday. He was good today. He's been so run down, and it's really good to see him back. And we'll get Gary back. I ain't worried about Gary.
With Iowa going into overtime, when you got 3 guys in foul trouble, you just played a 40 minutes like that with a quick turnaround for Michigan. Just what was the energy level of the team, and what was the huddle like?
Yeah, I didn't even have time to feel sorry for him, and I wouldn't have anyway. So I just said, we're taking Zell out. We're going to try to hold the fort to the 3-minute mark. We'll get them back in. Guys did what they were supposed to do. Again, Costello made some big plays. I didn't even think about the Michigan game. I thought about that long enough for a couple days. And that's in the past now, and I just, I was concerned coming in whether we could get back up off the canvas. Not because physically we were going to be beat up. I was a little worried about mentally, and thank God they showed
Hey,
some.
Coach, on the point of emphasis on the point guard on the ball fouls, it seems like both staffs on the 50-50 balls, the rebounds, seems like everybody's confused. There's so many whistles tonight. Where are you on that? I mean,
What do you want? You bait me into a $10,000 fine, or you just want me to answer, or what do you
the
want?
point of emphasis I thought was supposed to be on the ball, and it just seems like so many whistles, and both staffs seem confused on why that was called. Or
Well, let me just say it this way. I've said all year, we went too far to the left or right, whichever. I'm definitely not a politician, but I'm definitely not in favor of it, as you can tell. We went way too far, and I said that from day one. And I feel sorry for all 4 parties. I feel sorry for the fans. I feel sorry for the players. I feel sorry for the coaches. And to me, we put them in such a bad position. Only a little bit, but I feel a little bit sorry for the officials, because these mandates and, but coaches can't change this. We have no say. Maybe the media can. I don't know if anybody likes these long games, and I know Franny was upset, and I was upset. And I don't blame them. It's the way we've. I can't say no more, and I agree with you.
With Iowa's unique depth and with Payne and Dawson out, how concerned were you about facing that kind of depth without those guys, and how did you kind of maneuver through that, or what allowed you to succeed when you were?
Well, what we did is sometimes we ran and sometimes we walked it up. I tried to. Once we got tired, and then they went pressed us, but then they went zone, and so we kind of got a little rest in there. That was my main concern, because they come at you in waves and they're so big. God, they're big. Their guards are big. Marble's got great size. He made a great play late in that game, boy, in that 3-point play. He's a heck of a player, and I just, you know, I didn't talk about being tired. I'll tell you that. I said, you know, we don't have time to be tired. So
You told your media that covers you Monday, if this team had a letdown, you were going to question their character.
yeah.
You certainly didn't have that. What does this tell you about your
As
team?
I told them, I knew coming here, I knew the job Franny's done. I know the great fans you have in Iowa, and the place was rocking, and the gold and black was impressive. I mean, I got to tell you, it reminded me of the old days. And I told my team, I mean, you're going to have to play, you know, tough. I didn't say well, because they're going to take your heart. And Franny's teams play tough. They got size. Fans are great, and that's what I told my team. And I said, I don't want to be challenged. I challenged a couple guys' character. I didn't play much after I challenged them. And so I just went with whoever I thought was going to give me what I wanted. And I had a couple guys that did.
All right, thanks, guys.